Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and it now occurs to me that on my last recording I made a huge mistake. I forgot to balance the audio. So that's me being a dumbass. On another point of things being somewhat stupid, I've decided I wanted to try the lance for this one. Now, I've not been a big fan of the lance in previous goes, but I want to give it a try because I want to be able to say that I've used every weapon a few times, and who knows, maybe I'll find something about the lance that I like. In this case, we're going with a Diablo's heavy raw damage build, and to give you an idea what I mean by raw damage, there you go. Like I said, we're going heavy. Alright. And today's outfit is that. We're going for a very pretty, kind of frilled pink butterfly look. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get on with our quest. Now, this particular quest is going to be an interesting one because I don't have a choice but to fight two of them. And that would, of course, be Volvidon. Alright, so I'm going to be learning what I can do with the lance just as much as anything here, so here's hoping it works out.
Time to go.
And real fast, let me make sure that I'm set. I think I am. So, what is a Volvidon? Well, in Monster Hunter 3, or Monster Hunter Tri, as it's known in most circles, or in my case, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, there were a cycle of monsters known as the Fanged Beasts. And that consisted of Arzuros, Lagambi, and Volvidon. Now, to be fair, the Volvidon was always considered kind of a step up from the others. And I kind of see why, because they all had something going for them, whereas Lagambi had the idea that it was fast going for it, and Arzuros had the idea that it's, Winnie the Pooh. Volvidon has the idea that it has paralysis, kind of long-range attacks, and see with the long tongue. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Okay, I'm trying to remember how to use my Silkbind attacks. Yeah, that worked. Owie. So I do have a combination of guard skills and evade extender going for me on this build. Because one of the things that the lance can do is many side steps. And I'm forgetting which button is the guard button because I'm a dummy. I suck. Okay, I'm sucking really bad. There we go, I just figured out how to dash. Now, for those of you who actually run Lance, all like you probably are just looking at me like, wow, Darkseid, are you serious right now? Just remembered how to do the most important Lance arsenal. Well, remember, I use Lance about as frequently as I get crossing. You know, Darkseid, I don't need to hear about that. It's just meant to be an example. Don't get your panties in a twist. I just realized So what exactly does this do? Like, I'm trying to use it, but I'm just highly confused.
Better follow it. This should do.
But anyway, back on point. What Volvidon is essentially modeled after an Anteater.
Let's go.
Or an Anteater / Armadillo. It's pretty obvious looking at its design.
Can't do anything.
Owie. Get up. Ah, the hell with it, paralysis. The other thing to remember about Volvidon is that even its like minor little movements count as attacks. So they'll have knockback, damage. Like it's pretty. It makes Volvidon a bit of a step up from the other Fanged Beasts. It also has paralysis. You know, the other thing that Volvidon has going for it is that I'm trying to use the Lance. Now, normally this would be like, okay, that seems like the right choice to knock him out of his rolls. But remember, this is me using the Lance to knock him out. Now, in Generations Ultimate, I actually used Aerial Lance, which was a lot of fun. It caught a lot of people off guard, because, like, whoever expects the Aerial Lancer? That's right, that was the wrong button to guard. Oh, come on! See, this is what I mean. Volvidon is a bit more frantic than the other Fanged Beasts. I swear I'm gonna get the hang of this in a few days. Now, it's funny because when I'm using things like the Charge Blade, I don't have a problem remembering where the guard button is. It's just one of those muscle memory things. Like, you know know one weapon really well and you work it, like you know what each button is and where it goes, and then you switch to another weapon, and even though some things should stay the same, you still get confused. So, I will go on record as saying that of the 3 Fanged Beasts, I think Volvidon is one of the more interesting ones, but also one of the bigger pains to fight because of its rolls and its paralysis.
Move somewhere else.
He's just kind of a dickhead monster to have to deal with, real honestly. But design-wise and just the way that it moves and the idea that, you know, because of its ecology, when it gets hungry, it like seriously only goes after like bug nests because that's all it eats. Like it's an attention to detail that I can appreciate. Now, because of how frequently you hit with the Pokepoke, it seems like this would be a good weapon to use with elemental attacks. Can anyone confirm or deny? Like maybe it's a good idea, maybe it isn't. But I know Element is kind of reserved for weapons like Sword and Shield and the Dual Blades. I was not doing that right. Lame. Yeah, you can definitely expect to be spending some time paralyzed fighting Volvidon. Of course, that depends on how good you are at dodging. Remember, this is me using the lance we're talking about. I want you all to remember that because I am not exactly what one would call a lance main. Remember, I've been playing since Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. So 3 Ultimate, 4 Ultimate, Generations Ultimate, sometime on World. And yeah, much of that time has not been spent with a lance in my hands. Now, my roommate loves the lance. I think it's because of the combination of mobility and the shield. Because he likes having a very defensive focus. And I think that's mainly because he doesn't trust himself to do a lot of dodging. And I think that's, he's not giving himself enough credit. He's been playing enough Monster Hunter games to know what a lot of the monsters tell. And he's been observing the way that I play. Like I said, I really think he just doesn't give himself enough credit. Offensive guard is active. Ow! God damn it, Volvidon dunked on me. Ah, crap. Like, literally crap.
Thanks, buddy.
That is exactly what I need. Thank you, Tressa.
Aw, what's the matter? Stop begging for much.
Yeah, no, seriously, what's the matter? It's me using a lance. Come on, you can handle this,
Let's go.
Volvidon. You can do it. Oh, is he seriously going over to where Rajang is? Okay. Hold on, I'll meet you there.
I knew I could count on you.
Oh, can I not? What? Are you serious? There's a hole there. I should be able to go there. Don't read into that too hard. Alright, well, what the hell. We'll get ourselves some free Rajang parts, and then we'll...
Who's up for walkies?
Well, that didn't work out as well as I would have liked. But Volvidon is down. Alright, so Mr. Armadillo Anteater with the very, very long tongue is now down. I just realized this is the second monster in a row that I've done that's had a really long tongue. Now, I'm pretty sure that there aren't too many more monsters in the game that have big, long tongues, so don't expect 3 in a row. But if I can make it 3 in a row, well, I mean, you never know. But yeah, as I suspected, not the biggest fan of the lance. It's not really my thing, and by the way, another point that I wanted to bring up is that in 3U, I was a Gunlance main. But that's probably when Gunlance was at its strongest.
Gamora, here I come.
And whereas Gunlance is a lot of fun in this game, its damage output is iffy. Like nothing that I would say is, you know, game breaking or anything. Not that I need it to be game breaking. I'm just saying. Could make it stronger, guys. You could make the shell scale off of raw. Just saying, there's things you can do. Alright, so that is Volvidon. You guys have any particular memories or interesting tidbits of information about Volvidon? If you do, comment below, and hey, while you're down there, you might as well hit that subscribe button. I put out new stuff all the time, and I'd be very happy to see you come back and watch my silly shit. With that having been said, my name is Dark Sage Walker. Vanille would like to say goodbye.
See ya.
And we will be seeing you. Ta-ta!